Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back, Tech Fam, to another video. And with 2024 coming to a close just very soon, I just want to say this year has been a whole load of tech. Like, we got almost everything like you can name about technology, except for flying cars. But anyway, I decided why not I just put together 5 things that I thought were best of this year in terms of technology. So let's get right into it. But before we get into it, I just want to say, if you guys haven't checked out my Discord channel, I did some changes on there. Guys should check it out because coming soon, we're going to be launching some Discord exclusives. So make sure you guys go become a member on there so you guys could go see the content and of course chat with other members as well. You can be a part of the amazing Tech Fam. But anyway, here are my top 5 best tech of 2024. Alright, starting off with number 1, we got a tri-folding phone from Huawei called the Huawei Mate X-T Ultimate Design. Now, when this phone came out, this was huge. Like, we already have folding phones from Samsung, the Galaxy Fold and the Flip. We have the phones from Motorola, the Motorola Razr. And of course, we have OnePlus with their phone and vice versa. But a tri-folding phone kind of, cranks up my tech radar to like 100. Like, a tri-folding phone is what Samsung had one of its concepts, but I didn't know it would come to the market. Well, at least in Europe markets. But anyway, Huawei XT Ultimate Design looks really cool. Like, it folds 3 times. And yes, I know you guys are saying, but folding it 3 times, that might be a little risk. But hey, in this tech world, you gotta take a risk. And then that risk pays off, then you can make other versions of that. Like, Huawei made its first folding phone. And then, it made other folding phones. Samsung made its first Galaxy Fold. Was that a huge risk on its own being a consumer product? And, yes, with its failures on its own in terms of sealing the hinge, it still paid off. Like, we're on the 6th successor now. I'm on the 6th, the Fold 6. But yeah, Huawei, I think this Fold deserves number 1 because, again, it looks really cool. Like, you cannot tell me this phone looks like it came out of someone's future. It looks awesome. So, Huawei, you deserve the number 1 spot on my top 5 best tech of 2024. Let's move on to number 2. Alright guys, number 2, we got something from Apple. More specifically, the Vision Pro. Now, the Vision Pro was kind of a more controversial product that Apple made. Not only that was $3,500, but also consumers bought it. And this was announced at a developer conference. But anyways, I digress. The reason why I picked Vision Pro as number 2 is because the Vision Pro is, looks really cool. Like, you can have turn the little dial and you can immerse yourself into your own virtual reality, Or you could simply let people know, hey, I'm watching my dinosaur game on my Vision Pro, and you can see other people around you. Like, the way that Apple wanted to let you know using the headset was I forgot what it was called, but yeah, it was just a little thing where it was in beta where once you register your eyes, it will show up on like the visor, and while in renders it looked like pretty cool, and it looked like something on sci-fi. The Vision Pro, when this came out, again, I forgot what it was called. It appeared in my head and it's gone now, but the Vision Pro, you know, with that little feature, you know, luckily still in beta, you know, I think it's still pretty cool. Like the fact Casey Neistat, if you haven't watched his video, go check it out. He took that on a subway all the way to Times Square and went to that little donut place. And no, it's not that donut place that's in my head, currently in my head right now. But he went to a donut place. And Krispy Kreme Donuts, that's the place, sorry. I'm drawing blanks here left and right, but yeah, he went to Krispy Kreme in Times Square. And that video made me laugh a whole lot, you know, like the fact he literally take it on a subway train and not, you know, get like, you know, encountered by people or get weirdly looked at. I'm pretty sure it got weirdly looked at, but you know, he didn't care. He's making content. He's one of the best vloggers ever watched, but I digress. The Vision Pro simply, I think, deserves number 2 because it simply looked cool and it made headlines in ways that I wouldn't think it would make headlines. Like, oh yeah, it's $500. Go buy it. Don't. Because it's for developers, guys. So, Apple, you deserve the number 2 spot in my top 5 best tech of 2024. Alright, let's move on to number 3. Alright, so at number 3, we got something from Samsung called Galaxy AI. Now, back in January, Samsung announced the Galaxy S24 series, but its secret sauce wasn't the hardware, it was the software. And that was Galaxy AI. With One UI 6. With the new One UI software on the S24 series, Galaxy AI brought a slew of features to its Galaxy S24 series, and later on, it branched out to other phones too, like chat translation, call translation, interpreter mode, you know, a whole lot other stuff too. And then further down the line, in August, the Galaxy Fold 6, you could do sketch to image. You could do Portrait Studio. Like, Samsung was basically coming at Apple's throats, and with Apple's throats of its own stuff, which we'll get to later on in the video. But Samsung was like, do you know what? We can make AI fun and useful. And with being both fun and useful, it deserves number 3 spot because I use Galaxy AI on my phone a whole lot. Like, I used interpreter mode with a customer who didn't know how to speak an ounce of English. So when I used it on him to get a little product, he nodded his head and he liked it, you know. He liked the fact that it actually spoke to him too, and he went right back and he asked, okay, cool, but what is this? And I was like, it's Galaxy AI. You need a Samsung phone, baby. Of course, it's Google Translate has that too, but Galaxy AI has it built right in. So yeah, and we'll get to Google later on in this video as well. But Samsung deserves number 3 spot because it's fun and useful. It's really, really cool. So yeah, that deserves number 3 spot. Let's get on to the second and last spot of the video, which is number 4. So at number 4, why not we end it off with something on Google's end, of course, called Gemini. Now, Gemini is basically an extension of the Google Assistant, right? We had the Google Assistant on our phones for a long time now, and Gemini is kind of a little branch of that. It does a whole lot more now because of Gemini 2.0. It's going to do a whole lot more, but when Gemini came out, it was formerly known as Bard. Then Bard kind of merged with Google Assistant, called Bard with Assistant, and now they made Gemini. And with Gemini, you know, being mostly known on Pixel devices and being, you know, very, very hardware exclusive with the Pixel 9 series, you know, Gemini is gonna be a really big deal. Now, keep in mind, I'm not talking about Google AI though. Google's AI is like a whole nother can of worms. Gemini, however, you know, is becoming more bigger and bigger each day. Like we have Gemini Nano, Gemini Advanced, Gemini Pro. So, and again, I'm not going to talk about the tokens it uses, but Gemini is going to be nice. And when Google announces its own AR glasses at some point, it's going to fully utilize Gemini any way it can. And I think it's going to be pretty awesome. And I can't wait to see what Gemini is going to be doing for next year. So, Gemini, you deserve the second to last spot as number 4. And on the topic of AI, let's get on to number 5, which is Apple Intelligence. Alright, so let's talk about Apple Intelligence and why I think it belongs on the number 5 spot. Now, Apple Intelligence WWDC was, again, Apple's way of saying, hey, we could do AI, but our way, much better than others, and more secure. That's 3 things. The Apple way, they simply into Apple Intelligence. Number 2, way better, meaning that, you know, you have Emoji Playground. You can remove images on the background. You can do a whole lot other stuff too. And again, with the iPhone 16s, with the iPhone 16 series, yeah, with the camera control button, with that having visual intelligence, that's using Apple's intelligence. Along with that, and with Siri as well being involved in it, and ChatGPT, Apple Intelligence simply was just took off. Like, everyone knows, if Apple's going to announce something, Apple's going to announce something that, you know, is going to work and be for long term. But Apple did something I think it would never do in the history of its software and hardware. And that was, Apple Intelligence was simply in beta, and make it so limited. Like, the iPhone 15 and 15 Pros were the only capable devices of having Apple Intelligence, which means the new Siri animation that, you know, takes over the border of your phone screen now is only on the Pro and the Pro Max. Other phones, since they don't have much hardware in it, get the old Siri. Now you're probably saying, okay, what's the difference? It's Siri, right? Well, the new Siri could utilize what's called utilize ChatGPT, and with Emoji Playground, it could basically use ChatGPT with your permission, that makes number 3 secure, to generate images so you could text out of other things. Now, again, if you have an older iPhone, you'll be getting the new iOS update, just you won't be getting the new Siri and its animation. Now, while yes, some Apple Intelligence features are slowly rolling out, most reports are saying that March is when everything's going to be fully feature packed. So it's going to be staggered. So if this is the case, this is why I said Apple did something I don't think Apple will ever do. Like, Apple is the company, in my opinion, that if they're going to announce something, it would be complete and on day one. Like, imagine if the iPhone 10 came out, but Face ID wasn't supported till like an update or something. Or imagine something like that. That would be insane. So again, it deserves the number 5 spot because, you know, it did something unprecedented. And again, if the reports are true and Apple Intelligence is going to be fully ready till March, with its stuff it promised at WWDC, we're in for a heck of a long ride on the Apple tree. But yeah, I think it looks cool. I don't own an iPhone, but if you do, let me know in the comment section down below. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video, guys. Let me know in the comment section what is your top 5 best tech of 2024. Now, I'm gonna have other videos planned for the end of the year, and a couple videos are actually gonna be a Discord exclusive. So if you guys haven't already become a member of my Discord channel, you totally should. I might be uploading one tonight. So make sure you guys definitely join the Tech Fam on my Discord server and check that out. But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys subscribe, click the bell for more videos like this. Always leave a like, comment, share, and follow me on social media for updates on my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys have a great day. I'll see you next one. This is Chris signing out. Peace.